Hey guys, alright, so I am going to do the Wemberly Worried assignment, and if you go to the Kevin Henkes library, you would click on Wemberly Worried and a link will pop up. Then it will take you to this website and read you the story.
Hello everyone. Today's story is Wemberly Worried by Kevin Henkes. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things. I wanted to make sure you were still here. Little things. Mama, what if I shrank? And things in between. Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on our house? And the crack in the living room wall? What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiators made? What if there's a snake inside? At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. Too rusty, too loose, too high. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? Petal's lost forever. I found her, sweetie. I'll wait for you, Petal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. This is the best present ever. I wish I had my birthday today. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon Wemberly had a new worry, school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there is someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. This is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberly. I rub her nose, said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry.
All right. So that is Wemberly Worried. In this library, I'm going to set up to write on the worksheet. We are going to do the beginning, middle, and end. Okay. Wemberly Worried, beginning, middle, and end. So in the beginning, what happened? That's right. Wemberly worried about, oops. Wemberly worried, I'm going to rewrite about everything. I didn't have enough room on the space to write the whole word. All the time. Okay, this is where you put your name. You put your name at the bottom. Okay, make sure you put your name. Okay. So at the beginning, she was worried about everything all the time. Right? Okay, in the middle, what happened? That's right. She worried about going to school. Oops. This is why you should write in pencil, because you make mistakes and you can erase it. However, Miss N is writing in a pen. If I made a mistake, I just cross it out. And continue. When you're writing your sentences, you want a complete sentence, and you want the first word in your sentence to be capitalized, and don't forget your period at the end of your sentence. She worried about going to school, right? That happened in the middle of the story. So she had all these questions. What if nobody else brings a doll? What if no one else has spots? What if she doesn't like the snacks, okay? You always get nervous. I was nervous before the first day of school. I'm nervous every year before the first day of school. I wonder how my students are going to be, if I'm going to make a mistake, or if they're going to like me, or, what's going to happen during the day on my first day of school. Okay, so it's okay to be worried and nervous. However, Wemberly worried way too much. She was worried about too many things. In the end of the story, what happened? Yes, so Wemberly found a friend. She found a friend at school. She found a friend at school. I'm going to go ahead and put they both had dolls. Now, pay attention to your B's and D's. This is the D, okay? Pay attention that it's correct, written the correct way. All right, use your ABC, your alphabet strip that I sent home. It should be in your homework folder. It says the ABCs. Look at your alphabet strip every single time you're writing. Okay, so you can write the word and the letters correctly. Okay, so she found a friend at school. They both had dolls. Was Wemberly still worried at the end of the story? Nope, she was not. So I'm going to also put she was not worried. And I'm going to run into this line. That's okay. I'm going to write past it. Not worried any more. Okay? So we have 3 sentences for the end. You can write more if you would like to. But this is what I have. Beginning, middle, end. Okay? So sequencing, like we talked about chrysanthemum. First, next, last. Beginning, middle, end. Okay? The way things go. So in the order in which things go. Okay? So you can stop and pause the video so you can catch up. But there's the worksheet. We'll go ahead and do the next worksheet. Here are characters, okay? Chrysanthemum and Wemberly. There's 4 little circles. Here's where you put your name. There's a name spot here, and there's a name spot here. I only need you to put your name on one side. Okay? Or you can put it up here. It's okay. Either way. Direction says, write words that describe Wemberly's character in the circle. So this is character traits. What's a character? It's who you are. Okay? Some character words are happy, scared, helpful, excited, nice, thoughtful. Okay, those are some character traits. So what are some character traits that describe Wemberly? That's right, worried, definitely worried. Nervous. Okay, maybe anxious. Okay, all 3 of these words kind of pretty much mean the same thing. So she was worried, nervous, anxious. She was nice. When she found her friend, she's nice. Okay. Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum started off. She's happy. She seemed very happy. Friendly. She seemed friendly at the beginning. Let's see, when she started being bullied, she was maybe sad. Okay. And what's another word can you think of? We got happy, friendly, sad when she started being bullied. And we could put, let's see. We can put nice, but that's kind of like friendly. Happy, sad, and excited. She was excited to go to school at the beginning. Okay, there are some character traits for the two characters in the two stories. All right, so tomorrow we'll finish up with, actually, we can go ahead and do this today. This is the last worksheet, and we'll go ahead and put some information in here. Wemberly and Chrysanthemum. The Venn diagram, we've had this already between Mrs. Twinkle and Delphinium. That's the same person. Between Chrysanthemum and Mrs. Twinkle. All right, so the differences between Chrysanthemum and Wemberly. Chrysanthemum didn't really worry, so Wemberly worried. Chrysanthemum loved her name. That's something different. How are they both alike? We're comparing and contrasting using a Venn diagram. So to compare would be this middle part. To compare is to figure out how things are the same, how things are alike. So what do you see? Yes, they are both mice. Okay. Wemberly's a mouse and Chrysanthemum's a mouse. So they are mice. Okay. Maybe you want to describe the book. They both have the same author. The same author wrote the book. They both, let's see. Chrysanthemum ended up being a little nervous, so we can say they both were nervous about going to school. Well, Chrysanthemum was nervous about going to school. Wemberly was nervous. She was just nervous all the time. Okay. Chrysanthemum was made fun of. Made fun of or picked on. Picked on. Wemberly wasn't made fun of at school. She made a friend. She made a friend pretty much right away on the first day of school. They both went to school. They both had a mom and a dad. Oops, that's just a symbol for and, but I'll write the word and. They both have a mom and a dad. Chrysanthemum had a music teacher. When you write in a Venn diagram, you see I'm not writing complete sentences. You just kind of list something. So when you use a Venn diagram, you do not have to write in complete sentences, just as long as you know what you're talking about. Wemberly carried a doll. Did Chrysanthemum carry a doll? No, carried a doll. Wemberly has spots. Chrysanthemum doesn't have spots. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And if you guys can think of anything else, you may add it to your Venn diagram. Make sure you keep all of these papers together, okay? That is the end of this packet. So I want you guys to keep this together. The self-portrait, the stapled pages together. Make sure your name is on it, because I'm going to have you turn this in. Now, if you lost it this week, that's okay. It's not a grade, but we're going to turn it in, and I'll message your parents about how we're going to do this, because Saxon Phonics is going to have to be paper pencil. So I'll be returning Saxon Phonics. I'll get those packets together for 2 weeks at a time. All right. Have a good day. Bye.